Okay, consider it blathering part 2. It's still the 7th of February 2023. It's still Tuesday morning. It's 5:39 in the morning. The Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, that'd be me. And yes, I am losing my mind and everything else at the same damn time. I was trying to figure out how a way to tell a friend that I may not be ready for his role playing fantasy at this point. I mean, the first video was long and drolling as it is, but the short version of it is I'm not ready for this crap yet. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to get back in D&D. But if I was a younger man with that kind of a different mindset over here, yeah, no problem. These days, it's a problem. And it's not on them. I'm not ready for it. It's not thinking about creativity or thinking about how I would react to certain things. It's I have been changed so much that I am not the same person as I used to be. Maybe older, more broken down, not much wiser. But I remember the youth. I remember going through what I remember of going through the excitement of going through someone else's game and feeling like I was part of a group. Being alienated as a young kid is one thing. But I'll tell you one thing. I did the self-alienation on myself. I did the self-destruction on myself at this point. The isolation. I had a group of misfits. And they were dear people. I isolated from them. Part of me still wanted to be part of them, but I still wanted to be isolated, alone, because I did not feel being part of something. And it wasn't the external. It was something life changing that I had went through. I couldn't figure it out back then. And these days, I'm figuring it out more and more. Maybe I'm getting more confused or more clarified in the situation over here. But when I died on an operating table at the age of 4 years old, it did a hell of a lot of changes, a lot of perspectives on me during that time. It made me want to be part of it, but it also made me want to be separated from everything else. Since I was separated from heaven, the logic going through the head at this point over here and still somewhat resonating is I wasn't welcomed home. I wasn't home anywhere. So why am I home anywhere else here? When you get to a point of losing your inhibitions and your fears and your phobias, when you actually let your guard down and feel like you're comfortable, you're comfortable. Nothing's harming you. You're in your safety zone. And you see everything else going around you. You know, that's the thing I'm usually existing in half the time in the first place. And seeing the safety zone broken down so many damn times and me trying to patch it up one way or another, it's crazy. But this is reality check. I have to tell a person about my own damn reality check in a way that I don't want to insult him. I don't want to. I like this family. I really do. And apparently they like me a hell of a lot. And sometimes I don't know why. It's taken me a long while for one particular family for decades to get to the point where I'm so comfortable with them it's not even funny. And they're part of my family, and I'm part of their family. And in the first part of the honeymoon stages of trying to get be a part of a family, a new family, I'm still learning the rules of the road on this one here. I'm still trying to learn how much of a facade and how much reality is there that I can actually share and actually say it sometimes. Thank you for thinking about me. Thank you for inviting me into your home. As uncomfortable as I am as a stranger into your place, you're telling me I'm not a stranger because you've known me for a while. But I feel like I'm as stranger to you as I am to myself right now. And in dealing with a fantasy role playing with other people at this point over here, if I was a lot younger, maybe it'd have been a different mindset, or maybe I would have been more adventurous than I realized. The truth of the matter is, I'm dealing with my own damn insanity going on right now. I'm dealing with my own protections thing. I've been trying to explain it as much as I can, long-winded as I was in the previous video. I'm just not. I'm just not there yet. As much as I appreciate being in part of a group, I'm just. I'm just not there yet. I know. I'm feeling that I've got this fear going on inside of me, this battle raging left and right. That I have to keep talking about. I have to keep trying to deal with it. And I know in order to deal with the fear, you must face it, conquer it, and then you'll be a braver person. Or sometimes you walk with it hand in hand and understanding what it is about, what you're about, then maybe you'll be able to deal with each other. I've been dealing with a hell of a lot of isolation, both physically and mentally and spiritually at this point. It's not even funny. I try to be I try to be connected to that realm. And sometimes I feel like I am, and other times I'm not. Just not quite sure what the hell's going on anymore. But that's what they keep talking about, having faith. So I keep praying and hoping for something. If something like this happens where I'm trying to be part of a group, I wasn't trying to be part of a group. Part of me was still trying to rebel not being part of this group. Like, why am I doing this? I'm rushing myself into something here. It's like, oh, he's excited about this thing. Yeah, but I like to do it on my own damn pace and not somebody else's here. I hate to sound crass about this point, but I know my fear and my anxiety and my nervousness, I'm off my game. I'm off my safety point here, despite the fact I'm here in my apartment alone. And I know some people thinking, well, he's totally alone. He shouldn't be alone. But I'm learning to be alone. I'm learning to be alone without my mother and my brother around me that I've had all my life. The safety net and the warmth and comfort, not to mention the strife and troubles and struggles I had with them. Wasn't exactly the easiest damn thing, but all that time. I learned so much to be dependent upon them that I didn't realize how independent I was becoming as well. That I still have to struggle and force myself into situations and circumstances that I don't like to be in. Fun or no fun. I'm trying to still struggle with myself and trying to learn who the hell I am these days. A lot of talk I'm doing on my vids and a lot of audios because I'm still trying to dig around who the hell I am these days. Sometimes I do need the isolation. Other times I do want to reach out. And the only way I reach out is by doing these videos to talk to people about it. About how insecure I really am. I mean, the videos are theoretically about me. But I know in one way or another I'm probably identifying myself with more and more people out there who feel the same damn way. They're not ready to join groups left and right. And yet I go on grieving groups online and talk about my own experiences out there. I'm getting it off my chest, basically, while talking about someone else's grief and pain that they're going through for the first time. I'm trying to identify that way. But I tell you something, if I happen to go back into a 12-step meeting again, I'm going to be so damn screwed up, it's not even going to be funny. It's not learning to let it go and let God. Yes, that's one thing. And everyone's supposed to be, I don't know what the hell they're supposed to be anymore, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I was on my brother's heels and in his shadow half the time when I was going to meetings. And then if I was going to the meetings myself, which was the rarest thing of all, I was still uncomfortable, even though despite the fact I was surrounded by friends and a lot of friends and a lot of strangers, I didn't feel safe and secure. I didn't have the comfort. I was alone, isolated. I had to share part of my brother's death with people when he passed away. And that was the hardest damn thing to deal with, despite the fact I had people around me that I knew. I was still isolating myself. And this is how I'm feeling this morning. Yesterday, I had managed to put myself into a headlock for about a week, trying to get this place together, not worrying about my own damn head, not worrying about my own thoughts, my own feelings. I was focused on a task. Just work on the task, one thing at a time, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. You work on food survival. You work on this kind of survival. You're working on keeping the place together. Okay, fine. Survival after survival after survival. I can't, I'm having a hard time dealing with now getting into a group activity and trying to think that this is going to be fun for me. I hate to say it, if I'm going to be making this much whining and griping about the damn thing, I got to get out of it. The other question should have been, did I really want to be in it? Associated with it? I mean, I talked to my friends about it, about the stuff I had been through. But I guess maybe they even misinterpreted that. I'm really looking forward to this. I really want this thing. To tell you the truth, honestly, God, no, I don't. A long time ago, as a different kid, as a different person, possibly. I've been in the Phantom stuff a long time ago. I've been in the character realms. I've been in that kind of situations. These days, no, 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 no. I got to get out of this damn thing. I'm having a hard time trying to find out who the fuck I am these days. After getting myself torn apart and dealing with all the stuff I had been experiencing myself, I have to understand. Do I really want to do this? Or do I not really want to do this? And quite frankly, I really don't want to do this. I'm going to be disappointing a friend a great deal in this. And his family. I love him. I'm not ready for being forced into a situation that I don't feel comfortable in. And I know they understand that. I don't hold anything against them. I am not ready for this. I'm not being ready into a damn situation where I'm going to be facing other people left and right, and I don't know how to deal with them. I know how to deal with the people around me right now as it is. And things beyond my own realm, that's a different story altogether. If I happen to go back into a college campus, at least I understand and have a basic understanding what the hell I'm getting myself into. I don't know what the hell I'm getting myself into regarding this kind of fantasy shit. I mean, yeah, a long time ago I thought about fantasy characters all the time, making up stories left and right, but the story that I gave my friend concerning about a character I had, in a way, kind of parallels me a little bit. Father didn't want me. Hit and run sperm donor. Mother raised me. Had a brother. But unfortunately, in the story, I didn't put a brother for this particular character I had. But he had to learn things the hard way. But everyone else kept thinking he was a jinx. Till it got to the point where he decided he was going to be walking away from that damn shit. I didn't walk away from my family. In reality, I didn't walk away from my family at all. I'm gonna have to talk to my friend about this one because this is not the easiest damn shit in the world. And I hate to confront it to him, but I have to confront it to him. I'm not gonna. I don't even know how to tell my friends about this shit. God's honest truth, to tell you the truth, I don't know because I'm not ready for this damn shit. I really had to start thinking about this damn thing. It's one thing getting back into writing and hearing the characters and trying to be in tune with these guys. That's one thing. But in this situation, I'm going to have to do a hell of a lot of soul searching before I'm going to be putting myself through this. I don't know. I just don't have an answer for you just yet.